I walk the streets at night, so you cannot see me. But when we pass in daylight, you look the other way. The city we share are distant worlds. I pick through garbage to stay alive, and your stare no longer sears. The shame we feel keeps us distant, a truce of separate and apart. I walk the streets at night, so you cannot see me. Good evening. My name is Diver, and I'm homeless. At any given time, there are over 3,000 of us homeless people in Rockford. Here are some of our stories.
My name is Sylvie. That's not my real name, but that's what you could call me. It's real hard for me to admit I'm here, out in the street, what you call homeless. I guess that's what it is. It's embarrassing to me. And that's why I'm not going to tell you my real name. All these others out here, most of them have been real good to me, especially Bug. But I got to get out of here and back to where I belong. I want to get out. I've been looking through the trash and found this here book, Do What You Love and the Money Will Follow. No offense to any of you here, but according to this book, all I got to do is figure out what I love, and I've got it made. So far, love and booze, men, and drugs hadn't cut it. I've been homeless since September 9th of last year. Well, no offense, but it sucks. Homelessness, that is. I mean, bottom line, people don't understand the homeless. They think it's a choice. They're homeless because they want to be, you know? I'd say it was a Republican thing, but who knows? It's not a choice. I had a 4-bedroom house. I had everything. The American dream. I lost it all because of someone else's addiction. Not mine. I wasn't using at the time. I lost everything. You know, 6 cats, 3 dogs, 4-bedroom house, truck. Lost it all within a month or two.
My name is Bug. And I don't know. It's, maybe it's a choice. I really don't know. I do know I can't stop drinking, and I haven't got a clue how to get into the system. So every morning, I get up, I take my black plastic bag and go from dumpster to dumpster. And I go from parked trash can to parked trash can, checking all the gutters, looking for cans and other metal. And I'll stop at one of the churches that'll feed me, and then I'll keep looking for metal in the afternoon and end up at Bears, hoping to have enough aluminum and other metal to put together a bottle for the night. I'll drink until I pass out, and then it'll start all over the next morning.
So what does it mean to be homeless? Living in a camp along a railroad right away? In a homeless shelter? All homelessness is camping as far as I'm concerned. Some campsites are just better than others. It's all camping. If you got no place of your own, you're camping. It might be in your car, moving from one friend's apartment to another, sleeping in doorways, lying your head down on a mattress on the floor of a homeless shelter, or curled up in a blanket under the stars by a fire. Don't fool yourself. We're all camping and we're all homeless. You probably hear of homeless people living under a bridge. It's true for some, but usually it's a railroad viaduct. The tracks are sidewalks from one neighborhood to another. Also makes it easier to travel from town to town. Just hop on a freight car right out your front door.
Hi, y'all. My name's Crystal. I've been here a couple of days. I rode the bus from Chicago. Me and Sherry, that's my 8-year-old daughter. We left in the middle of the night to get away from the beatings that bastard would give us most nights. I could stay at my aunt's house, but he knows how to find me there. Actually, I kind of like it here. The people here are real good to me, and I've always been able to find work. I've got an associate's degree, and I've worked as a nurse's aide. But finding child care for Sherry, well, that's always a problem. And then I got fired from my last 2 jobs because drugs and stuff kept turning up missing, and I always get blamed for it. I could go to the shelters, and that's probably where I'll end up, but they got all kind of rules, and I got to pretend to let Jesus into my life, and it just gets real tired after a while. Usually what happens is, well, I don't intend to, but I meet some man, and I think that'll be my way out. 3 months later, or 3 beatings later, whichever happens first, then I am on my way out. I ain't never been married. Found out I don't need to get married to get a beating. I really don't know where I'm supposed to be going or what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't like this drifting. I don't like living this way. I don't like getting beat up. I don't like raising a daughter in this kind of life. I really don't know what to do. Sometimes I can get day work through one of the temp agencies, but then I got to leave Sherry with my aunt, which isn't the best thing.
I got a PhD from Rutgers University in English literature and a law degree from Georgetown. Yeah, I'm a lawyer. Defrocked. Showed up drunk too many times in court. Plus, my partners never liked the smell of alcohol on my breath when I showed up at work at 10 when I was supposed to be there at 8. Finally, the licensing authority in New York decided there was one too many lawyers on Wall Street. I got 2 sisters in New Jersey. One is a superintendent of schools in a large district, and the other is vice president of a bank. We all got PhD degrees. My sisters worry about me a lot. They want me to come and live with them, and they can take care of me. I'd pay my rent and my share of the groceries, but I just can't do that. I get restless and feel like I'm constrained around so many people. So now I go visit them every year or so, and they make me carry phone cards so I can call every so often. But I got this mental condition that gives me Social Security, and I get restless, so I mostly like being out here.
I love being at Grandma's. I mean, I was really young, and we'd have potato sandwiches. I mean, I don't know if you ever ate a potato sandwich, but it's really pretty good. Try it sometime. You get 2 pieces of bread, and then you put some mashed potatoes on it, and you just chomp it. Oh, you love it. And I was about 7 or 8 years old then, and we'd go out every Friday and spend a lot of time with her, and we'd sit outside and watch the honeybees land on the petals of the flowers and go from one petal to the other, you know. I was just a little guy, but I can picture it just as if it was yesterday. I got a 6-year-old boy that I want to see so bad, but I can't. I just can't let him see me this way. I mean, look at me. I mean, what kind of father am I? My cousin Billy came by camp this afternoon, and he saw me carrying my garbage bags of cans and wanted me to come home with him and see my son David. I wanted to go in the worst way, but I did. I mean, I started to get in the car, and then I took a look at myself. I mean, yeah, look at me. I mean, damn it. I mean, I can't let David see me this way. All drunk and filthy clothes and smelly, and so I ran. I mean, and I ran as hard as I could. And Billy kept calling after me, but I just ran.
For me, the worst part of it is the boredom during the day. So it's the poetry that keeps me going. It's the poetry that tells our lives and expresses our hearts. That's why I like the camp and I always find a place along the tracks to call home. Outside, there are fewer constraints, more freedom, less boredom. We travel this journey, you and I. Together, we trudge our separate destinies. Separately, we call for help, but together, we do not hear.